Hi, welcome back. It's your girl Briera, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I would like to first and foremost thank our Heavenly Parents, Mother, Father, Source of Creation, for giving me this opportunity to be here with you today. I would like to do a quick angel guide oracle reading for the Scorpios. This will be an angel guide oracle reading that helps to focus on your strength, heart, and guidance at this time. I would like to call on the Holy Spirit and my spirit team to please come to my side to help me deliver divine messages that is of the highest white light. Remember, these messages are general, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, so let's just jump right into your angel guide oracle reading, Scorpio, and see what your strength is at this time and what's in your favor in the current situation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. This is for Scorpios. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Team. Oh. We have crystal skull, wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. And I feel like that's that surrounding beauty, that knowing what surrounds you. I feel like something is significant about your connection with flowers, okay? I feel like that's a real strength for you. And I feel like it has helped you to, perceive things differently, okay? The way I feel like the way you see something is so unique, and I feel like it's really true that you see things that others cannot. And I feel like that's the clarity and divine healing within your own life that is your strength at this time, Scorpio. I feel like continue to rely on not only your spiritual mother and father, but your physical mother and father as well. They are important to you and they are important for you, okay? So continue to allow for them to assist you in your soul's growth, okay? Because they are a part of you on both levels, okay? And I feel like continue to manifest success and abundance in your life, okay? And continue to flow with the desires of your life and what truly stimulates your mind and your heart, okay? I feel like don't allow for your time spent alone to hatch something unmanageable or destructible, okay? Just make sure that your strength and your creativity and your patience in yourself and others is truly what is hatched through this time spent alone, okay? And I feel like it's all about you seeing things differently. It's all about you understanding that it's all about you understanding your great lessons in Gaia, the communication for what it is, okay? The only reason why I did that is because of a way of speaking that sometimes is funny to me because I understand something that isn't quite shared to the public yet, only because I understand the different frequencies for what they are. And that's why it's like, well, I wish that, not even that I wish, we're going to be so strategic with our wording now that I want everyone to understand that for what it is, because at the end of the day, I feel like the way we communicate has been skewed based off of not allowing ourselves to be seen for who we are. So why continue to play the game in a way that has already been played? And I feel like, yeah, that's kind of taken a chance that you probably shouldn't want to take, but at the same time, as long as you aren't hurting anyone. And that was the same thing I met a young lady when I first started my journey. This is a perfect example. Oh, she was a Pisces too, Scorpio. Anyways, so she was a young lady and she was telling me that she was like doing, you know, she had spells or whatever that she did for herself, right? And she learned them based off of teachings that she learned from the person that was teaching her. But she was like, she does them or whatever for herself or whatever, right? And this was all like her starting off too when I came to her or whatever. But what I'm getting at is when you're at the beginning stages, as long as you are not hurting anyone or doing anything that is going to stop your growth or anyone else's, I don't see why your perception or your way of perceiving something and living out something in that way isn't accepted for what it is. I mean, we are all doing things and we are all aligning with things, and things are the truth and things are false and things are fiction and things are nonfiction, and it's like it doesn't truly matter. But are you hurting yourself? Are you hurting others? And those are the main things that should be, you know, good or bad, that we are really focused on. And if that is not, then it is what it is. And yes, it's a chance that you are taking because you don't know what you are inviting in. You don't know this and you don't know that and you don't know this. So it's about the individual. So allow for the clarity and the healing energy for your own self to be what it is. And don't allow for yourself to perceive other people's perceptions and experiences as your own when they're not, okay? Because the intuition and the downloads is uniquely tailored to you for a reason, and that's why certain things are funny that someone else might not even think is funny. That's why certain things are what they are based off of what it truly is. I feel like continue to understand who you are as an individual, okay, Scorpio? And see your justice gained in your life through the clarity, through you truly flowing, through your ability to flower something new, through your desires and the changes you have made for yourself. Oh, this is the wrong deck. I'm sorry. I went straight to the Sarah on the stream, Scorpio. Ooh, child, what's going on, Scorpio? While we're rushing, I felt like that was a rush. What was that rush for? What's the blessings that Scorpio carry in her heart? Mercury by activation, transcendence, ascension. You are rising up. Okay. I feel like, yeah, don't let someone downplay the things that you have been through or your experiences or the way that you perceive something so unique that makes you fit for a position or that allowed for you to be in a position. I feel like you truly see things that others cannot, and that's why you have been chosen for the position that you are in, Scorpio. Okay, I feel like allow for what's being reflected to you be truly what is on a conscious love level, okay? I feel like it's an experience and a journey that only you can communicate because it's your journey. I feel like you hold things and you reach a state of wholeness in a unique way, and I feel like continue to unlock more hidden knowledge within yourself to help you be able to communicate the things that you internally do that helps you be who you are, that helps that centered joy. I always get that word twisted up, but allows for that sense of joy to just like pour out of you or like, you know, shine through you. That wasn't what I was going to say, but whatever. What's the guidance for Scorpio? Soul Star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are, okay? I feel like it's all about you using your voice, okay? Making sure that your experiences are your experiences and you aren't basing them off of books and movies and songs and this, or trying to base someone else's creativity off of being the whole truth and nothing but the truth, okay? That's just what it is. I feel like it's all about, good times, hard work, time spent in good company, those seeds well planted, okay? Those things that truly help you be happy, and remember that, life isn't supposed to be us beating ourselves down and us getting beat down or beating others down, but to truly be of assistance, to truly see how we can truly show up for ourselves and others. And sometimes we go through real depressive stages and depressive states. And when you are able to internally accept that about who you are, and you understand that something is going to be sacrificed in this moment because the things that you cannot change. And if you are able to see that, well, I will sacrifice something that in my mind should not steer anyone's mind away from who I am, is what I'm going to do. And it don't have anything with harming anyone else, but it did have something with harming yourself. And those are the things that you have to pay attention to when you are doing things, of understanding the sacrifices versus the chances you are taking, okay? When you are remembering who you are and you are allowing yourself to be attached to things, and you are allowing yourself to learn from things, make sure that it's still helping you to understand the balance that's needed, to help you understand that you're not done growing because you are still doing things to yourself that you wouldn't even do to another. So let's work on ourselves, or continue to work on ourselves, so that we understand us, so that when we are communicating with others, we aren't just saying things based off of the teachings of someone else, but through the experience of truly seeing someone for who they are. So I really appreciate that. It's all about, not accelerating too fast, because you miss those things, those valuable things. And it's like, wow, and you can't beat yourself up, because at the end of the day, it happened. So what did we learn? What can we learn? And how do we move forward? And are you happy about moving forward differently than what things was, and not having those things that even made you hurt yourself in the first place, So attached to you, having those things still attached to you. And okay, let's see. What's this crystal skull wisdom? I think she did. No, because it was so long ago. I mean, guys, 4 years is a long time, okay? So, for me anyways, people be making it seem like these times are, but at the beginning of my journey, it was like, and I wasn't, anyways. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? What's this crystal skull wisdom? We have the 7 of Wands, okay? And I feel like that is what it is, Scorpio, okay? I feel like it's all about you standing your ground, understanding your protection for what it is, and understanding the confidence that truly has led to this freedom of the mind, okay? I feel like nothing is truly an embarrassment for you. And I feel like whatever is anxiety or whatever comes off as anxiety, just make sure that you are handling it face on, you know, straight up, you know, help yourself, you know, reach this state of wholeness by not running away from those thoughts, but, you know, gradually accepting them. You know, kind of like, okay, you're here as a thought. This is a thought. We're talking to our thoughts because that's how you have to be. Because at the end of the day, they're going to keep coming up. Like, even for myself, like I just said, like these balances that's needed, that, you know, I understand the sacrifice that's needed for everyone else, but when one is going through a depressive state, I understand a sacrifice that is needed for myself so that I don't hurt anyone else. But when you start to truly understand that, maybe you have to find something other than a way that you used to deal with something to accept that, you know, you are hurting yourself and you are hurting someone else by you having to repeat something or not catching a lesson the way that it was supposed to be caught. So I feel like that's what's important for you to understand, that is no more of, or it should be no more of feeling like anything is an embarrassment, and it's all about truly gradually allowing for those intense thoughts to have meaning to you, and you talk to them and comfort them. You talk to them and be like, you know, no matter what it is, that I understand that, but you know, that's not who you are, and you're going to continue to work hard. And here, how can we do that? And how can we do this? And actually start to move your body and actually start to see things the way you need to see them. What's the 7 of Wands here? With the 6 of Wands, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it is true divine guidance. It really is. Don't allow for the delays to make you feel like something is not true. Don't allow for the heartbreak to make you feel like something is not true. Don't allow for the misconception of someone's ability to see something that others cannot, to not be true, because it is in its own way, even if it's not the whole truth. Because at the end of the day, I feel like we have to understand we have to understand the karma for what it is, that equal give and take for what it is. We have to understand the things that we are putting out and the things that we are putting in. And that's why, even when it comes to like, I say continue to stand strong and stand tall, Scorpio, okay? And understand that, you know, don't be disloyal to yourself. Even when, you know, things are hard, you have to find that balance. And that's how you're going to continue to get the justice, okay? But I feel like there is great news on the horizon. And I feel like you have truly met someone worthwhile, okay? I feel like, yeah, don't rush to cover something, but don't also not rush to cover something. I don't know. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Yeah. I feel like someone is like, see, that's how you know when something is for you and when something is not for you. If someone is constantly on your team, or perceive or per se, or try to make it say or make it seem like they are on your team, they are not going to constantly try to make it seem like they are in competition with you. That is just bizarre to me. And that's why, I had to really see that about who I was attached to when it all finally came down, because I take everything as a lesson. And I think that is still so hard, because even when I talk, it's like, wow, I don't even realize that I'm doing it now. But now when people are talking back to me, it's like, oh yeah, I see that this is like learning. No, let me stop. But it's really amazing to see that, you have to see the creativity and the lessons for what they are, and don't allow for yourself to not to, to not see that you see things different for a reason. And some people just, they look for different victories in different ways. So see the surrounding beauty for what it is in your own life. I feel like someone is in this energy of fear for you gaining victory in a situation. Honestly, it's because it's given a king that has conquered it all. That's honestly what it gives. And I feel like someone is not like looking forward to that, and it's bringing a lot of fear. Like, I even feel it. What's this Merkaba activation? Yeah, with the 5 of Wands. So, yeah, so constantly putting you. Maybe that's why it's so important. No, maybe that is why it's so important, because we understand the lessons for what they are, okay? And the only reason why I'm doing that is because I understand my spirit guide, okay? Like, it's not even nothing. It's just like my spirit guide comes in a different time and frame because of that. Hold on. Because I feel like somebody needs this message, okay, Scorpio? Anyways, I feel like that's that fighting and that bickering, and that's why I was saying you need to be able to, quiet these thoughts, because even if it's not fighting and bickering with someone else, maybe it's fighting and bickering with yourself, that you need to figure out a way to truly calm down for yourself, and don't allow for yourself to be in any energy of conflict within yourself, because I feel like this is the clarity that this is your time to win. This is your time to shine. This is your time. You have been defending yourself. You have been standing up for your beliefs. You have been doing all that you can. So make sure that you conduct yourself in that way, Scorpio. Anyways, so I feel like don't allow for yourself to be in this energy of conflict, though. You are rising up. So address it head on. What is the issue? Like, even to yourself. Okay, yes, I know that you should have did that. You should have did that. So let's do it now. And nicer, because how you speak to yourself is how you speak to someone else. So the more you speak to yourself politely, the more you will speak to someone else politely. The more you care about yourself, like deeply care about yourself, the more you will deeply care about someone else. I'm telling you, it's experience based. Actually being able to resonate with what one is saying, to truly mean it and be able to deliver it in a certain tone and frequency for what it is. What's this 5 of Wands? With the 3 of Wands. Yeah. It's like, wait through the conflict is what the guidance is. And someone has been doing that internally within their heart, and that's what 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 is still happening. I feel like continue to stand strong and stand tall. I feel like it's toil and labor on all levels because of the disappointment of not wanting to let things go, of constantly needing to be in competition when you are saying that we are on the same team. So through it all, man, I'm gonna just humble myself and just stand strong and stand tall and allow what needs to end, and allow the adversity to be what it is, because I understand. I truly understand that trouble doesn't last always. And it's all about standing my ground. It's all about understanding that, I have my feet planted for a reason. These efforts are not going to go unnoticed. I discovered you have to continue to remind yourself that discovering more about who you are has brought in those ships. So, what's this soul star activation? Yeah, with the King of Wands. It's all about fulfilling your soul contracts, truly remembering who you are, understanding the power and intention for what it is, understanding your intuition and downloads. I feel like understand the divine support truly, okay? I feel like your angels are trying to help you to be able to experience yourself, with another, okay? Through a certain journey. I feel like you have to listen to your heart, your wisdom, your mind, okay? See something as completion to a certain journey, or a part of your journey. Completion to a certain part of your journey. What's this King of Swords? With the High Priestess and the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Because I feel like something was always hidden to someone. And I'm only doing that because that is like a confirmation for someone, okay? Like, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I know when it's something that I need to do. And I know that that's something that might hurt, or that might confuse, or might bring some type of illusion. But it's not something that I feel like is benefiting me, but it helps to bring some type of understanding to certain minds and certain eyes and certain perspectives. I feel like it's all about understanding that something has always been hidden from someone. And it's for good reason, because you should not be able to easily do something and make it seem like that's what it is. Someone has been given something because that's what they have been being guided to do, but they have never ever made it appear like they know something more about someone. So to think that that's a flex, or to think that someone will be hurt by not knowing more because they wasn't given more, when they are given, and you get it? It's like you have to understand yourself and what you are guided to do at the times you are guided to do them. And it's that simple. I feel like it's no more like, hesitating because one doesn't know how to stop. Oh, is that why? Okay. Because someone does not know how to stop. So we have to constantly do things, and we have to constantly say things. We have to constantly show up in certain ways, even though we know that things have ended in a certain way, even though we know that things are not what they are. So because we don't want to let things go for ourselves, we have to continue to manipulate things. We have to continue to force things or rush things. right? Rush things, because no one, like I would say, I was already trying to pick up the tarot cards and we were still in the strength of the reading. It's like, what is this rush for? So anyways, you continue to see what your strength is. And I feel like continue to see that flower, that everlasting support and ability through the divine, through your angels, through your holy parents, through your physical parents, through your family, your friends, your romantic lover, your children. See those connections and those clarities you gain through healing those relationships daily is what's going to help you and continue to help you remember who you are, to help you use your intuition and your gift for good. It's not about being right. It's not about getting over, and it's not truly about taking something back that was taken from someone, because it's always been here and it's always belonged to us. We put people in these positions and we allow them to stay in these positions based off of whatever the intimidation is. But no one has ever taken anything, have they? Anyway, Scorpio, you continue to allow for things to be divinely revealed, okay? Who you are is truly going to continue to shine. That's going to be what allows for the love and light to come into you. You showing the world the real you, regardless. You be true to yourself. There's no surprise when you know what you are doing. So, all right, Scorpio, that's all I have for you, okay? I am sending you peace, love, and light. And until next time.